You guys in qualifying yet? Justin? Hey Justin, are you guys in qualifying? Okay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to SnB's first ever Invitational series. We're here at the finale. We're here at Auto Club Speedway, and it is presented by morethan-a-cape.org. I'm super pumped for tonight. These guys out in practice, they look awesome, and it's going to be really tight racing tonight. So stay tuned, guys. It's going to be a crazy race. So I'm here with Element Zero in the booth, and we're ready for tonight. How you doing, Element?
Doing just fine and dandy. Ready to see this show roll and see who comes out the victor.
Absolutely. And you guys know that we do have a sponsor. We talked about it, morethan-a-cape.org. Let's talk about what they win. If they do win, they receive a $50 Xbox digital code gift card, and they also receive a Yeti from morethan-a-cape.org. It's going to be awesome. So there is a lot on the line right now, which brings me to, let's take a look at the points, guys. Super close. We have a tie for the lead. We have Rangers with 147 and also Tom Flitty with 147. I'm going to say that the top 7 guys do have a chance to bring home the championship tonight. However, I do believe, I don't know, Element, if you agree or disagree, but I think it's going to be one of the top 3 guys that we're going to see and crown a champion for tonight.
Yeah, it's hard pressed to bet against any 3 of those guys. They're all really super consistent, super quick, and with the points being that close, it's going to come down to stage finishes. And as you know, we all race with those guys, and they're right up there every single stage. That's what I'm looking for. Stage, yeah. So yeah, it's gonna be tough to beat those guys.
I hear ya. I mean, the racing was so tight. We saw 3, sometimes 4 wide in practice, and we've been practicing for the last several hours. I know we practiced last night, so it's been a ton of fun. But let me talk about lap times and what you can expect for tonight. For qualifying, and they are in qualifying at the moment, they're running anywhere from 38.6 to 38.9. Now, during the race, we're going to see probably the high 38s or low 39s for race pace. Some of these guys are going to try to save and pull out some fuel strategy. We're going to see if it works. But fuel, you can save around 15 laps total, so you'll have to go in after that. For stage 1, we have 29 laps. For stage 2, we have 28 laps. So for stage 1 and 2, they're going to have to go in at least once. If you don't have any damage, if you have damage, you might have to pit more, but it should be only one time. For the final stage, it's 38. So you're going to have more pit stops for the final stage. Total laps is going to be 100 tonight. We're at 50%, 3 times wear. Our total track so far, it's only been 4 races, guys, so a lot on the line. These guys have really been tested. We went to Vegas. We saw them at the Glen. Last week we had a caution-free race at Richmond. And tonight, we're going to test them and how they can run in a tight pack at Auto Club. And yeah, I'm super pumped about this, Element.
Yeah, tight being the key word. It's you're not gonna be able to fit a piece of paper in between them. It's gonna be awesome, especially with 3 grooves of racing. Oh,
absolutely.
Viewers are gonna be in for a show tonight.
So I ask you every single week, what do you think? Who do you think is gonna win this thing? And who do you have as your dark horse?
Why do you gotta keep asking me the hard questions?
I know. I know.
Definitely. I gotta say my favorite right now would be Tom. And if he does end up winning this and taking the cake, he's gonna have to change his name to Tom 50 for that $50 gift card. No more Flitty.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah,
oh
he's
my
really
gosh.
quick, and if he can just hang on to it, he's gonna be tough. And then dark horse. I hate betting against anybody that's in the points. It's hard. Dark horse. I didn't get to run against him, but once again, I'm gonna have to go Natter Days because I know he's got a super fast car. It's just, is he gonna be able to maintain that long run?
Right.
And if he can, if he's able to be up there, he's got the speed. I've seen his personal best time. He's good. He's fast.
He's really increased his speed, and I'll tell you what, we've seen him up there at the start of every single race. He always something happened to him during the races, so if we can keep him out in clean air and get him out of those incidents, I think he will be a contender. But we just got to keep everything clean for him. I'm gonna, for the winner, man, it's tough. I think you said Tom, so I'm not gonna choose him, but Kerr or J-Mac, I think, has a really, really great chance. I mean, Kerr's leading at the moment, which is Rangers. I keep calling him Kerr, but it is Rangers. So, yeah, I think he's got a really great shot along with J-Mac. He is right up there with him. So it's going to be super close. Dark Horse is going to be super tough. I'm hearing J-Mac is on pole. So, man, we're talking about J-Mac having a chance up here. So he's got a fast car. Rangers is also on the front row with him. So J-Mac on pole, Rangers, and then Justin and Tom in the second row. So super close, guys, and I'm so excited. I'm glad that you guys can tune in tonight. I do want to give a quick shout out to everyone in chat. We have Six, we have Hall, we have Slide Job, we have Savage. We have a lot of people out there, so I appreciate you guys tuning in, and I hope you guys are having a great day today. All right, hopefully we have most people. I know that there are a couple of pro leaguers. Once again, they have to qualify on Tuesday nights for the Wednesday races. So we might try to hold up a couple of minutes for them to see if we can get them in. But qualifying is over, and like we said, J-Mac and Rangers are on the front row. J-Mac has pole. On the second row, we have Justin and Tom. So these guys have been putting so much time in, and I think we're going to see a really close race between these guys.
Yeah, the racing's going to be super close, that's for sure.
Well, you know what? I don't know if I said this to stream, but when we chose these tracks, we actually had Dega in, and we decided, you know what? People have seen Dega. It can be fun, but it can also be a mess. And so we decided, what is another track? I knew that I loved Auto Club, and it produced really close, tight racing. So we decided to take out Dega and put in Auto Club. Everyone was like, you know, it's pretty much the speed of it, and it puts in exciting racing. So how could you say no to Auto Club? We have to put it in. That in Vegas, I think, really put some great racing on. So we'll see what these guys can do tonight, but I really think it's going to be a great show, a great way to end the series for the Invitational, and hopefully we'll have another one soon.
Yeah, it's gonna be a show tonight, that's for sure. I can't wait.
I'm hearing that we have everyone in. We are just waiting on Tedeschi, and he is in. So we should be good to go, and we'll be getting racing at Auto Club Speedway for 100 laps, 3 stages, and some pitting and some really, really crazy racing. So we'll get that invite soon. But man, oh man, I'm super excited. Thank you again for tuning in, you guys. If you can, share the stream out to your friends. Get them to tune in and you know, cheer these guys on. These guys are amazing out here, and it's been such a blast to get to know a lot of these guys. A lot of them, I don't know about you, Element, but some of them I didn't know before this, so it's really cool to see some new faces out there.
Yeah, absolutely, and I mean, they've put up a fight, that's for sure, and they've done what they needed to do. They've stayed on the track, and they've been pretty clean, and they show some speed.
Absolutely. We have Foxhound Boss out there. He says, he's on the track, let me tell you. He says, good luck, fellas. Gentlemen, it has been a privilege racing with you these past few weeks. You warm my heart, Fox. Good luck tonight, buddy. I hope you do good and stay out of trouble. This guy has seen a lot of trouble in practice. He usually ends up getting in a little incident here and there. So hopefully we see him incident-free tonight, and we'll see him up front battling for a win.
Yeah, absolutely. It's gonna be who can pick the line at the best time coming to the line, because you can get a nice run coming off 4 and do a nice crossover, that's for sure.
Now I gotta ask you, Element. Stage 1 is gonna be around 29 laps. You can get 15 for fuel. Is there any reason for these guys to save, or are you just gonna go full out?
Balls to the wall.
Yeah,
there ain't
I
no
agree.
saving in stage 1, because you'll be able to get that in a draft anyway. So no point in
Absolutely.
saving.
The draft is so strong here, and with those bumps, guys, like Element said, coming off a turn 2, you can get some speed, but I'll tell you what, once those tires wear down, it can make some of these guys pretty darn loose. Those bumps can get you, and coming off a turn 2, so we're gonna have to watch that. And with these guys going 3 wide, it's gonna get crazy. So we'll see what happens, but it's gonna get pretty crazy out there. All right,
3 wide. I think you're gonna see some 4.
I agree. I really do. We'll get Rock out there if he needs it. But here we go to Auto Club Speedway. We are at the start of the race. Element, do you need an invite?
I got it. I'm just having a little issues. I got my wheel plugged in with my controller on, so
It's all confused.
some controller problems right now.
Here we are loading in. We're waiting for the drivers to get out on track. We're going to see J-Mac on pole, Rangers on the outside, Justin and Justin on that second row with Tom Tom. These guys have raced together so many times. You're going to see some really tight racing. But here we go. We are the finale race here at Auto Club. Let's get it started. We have J-Mac. He is on that pole. Rangers on the outside. These guys off to a great start as we head into turn 1. You can see it double file all the way back. These guys really holding it steady. Tons of practice. And here we go for a great race. Man, I'm seeing.
Oh yeah, they're fanning out already.
They really are, and I saw a little bit of lag for Tom Tom, and man, I don't know if he's doing that for them, but man, oh man, that is some scary lag right there.
Yeah, I didn't know what happened right there. I just saw 3 of them get bunched up together. Could have been from lag. Oh yeah, there. Tom just went flying. There's some lag issues going on.
Yeah, I think so. We have J-Mac moving back to second, Rangers in first. Yeah. Tom Tom was lagging pretty bad, so he pulled over to let these guys race, and off they go.
Yeah, hopefully he can get that cleared up so he can try to make his way back up to the field.
Absolutely. Let's go on board with the 41 of NSM Smack. He is directly behind Justin and side by side with the 2 of Stout Whiskey, who we've seen improve a lot throughout these races. He was having some bad luck, but man, oh man, the last couple of races doing really, really well out there. Great to see him up there once again, as we have Smack up there also. Huge packs going on tonight. We have this front pack, quite a bit of drivers out here, and then we have a second pack as we see a wreck happening back there off the back stretch. I don't know if that's going to be a caution.
I don't know if that will be either, but it looked like it got loose coming off the corner. Got bit there. That'll happen to you.
Absolutely.
Oh, there's 14. Oh, he just took out. I couldn't catch who that was. He got loose off 4.
Let's see if we can find who the leader is at the moment. That is Rangers, when he has Leafs Justin directly behind him. These guys running super close, but they are in mostly a single file line here, as we have Smack currently sitting in 3rd, and we have J-Mac sitting in 4th, with Fox rounding out the top 5. Man, tight racing right now. These guys, that front pack is really getting away. That second pack, they really need to line up. They have more cars, and as long as they're clean about it and keep together, they will catch that front pack, but they really need to get it together.
Yeah, they definitely got to be able to make sure they're able to hold it in line without running each other over and be able to catch that front pack. Unless that front pack gets racy, I mean, they'll be able to make up that time if they start getting racing each other hard.
Absolutely.
Oh, big rack off too. I couldn't tell what happened with the angle I was watching, but somebody got loose and got in the side of Skyline, and they got sent back up in the wall and collected 2 other cars.
Just complete chaos and mayhem out there in the rear. We have Goodweiser in the 43. He's got a lot of damage on that hood of his car. Let me see who's behind him. I do believe that is in one car of Tom Tom. We saw him lag earlier. I'm not sure quite what's going on right now, but I'll tell you what. During practice, they were pretty clean, so I'm wondering if lag is, going to be a thing tonight.
Recently, lag has just been a lingering factor in league races generally
it has
now.
Been. Yeah. It's been a definite issue for these guys. So hopefully, the servers can figure it out. But man, oh man, it's been pretty brutal out here. We have Fox just all over Justin, pushing him as we have a new leader of Leaf Justin. We have Rangers falling back a little bit. You saw a little bit of dirt flying as he's going through the turn, but he makes his way back up, and we're going to have Fox in 2nd, Rangers going side by side for 3rd with Stout Whiskey. These guys just on a roll. Smack back there, pushing them. Man, Rangers is trying to find a place, and he is going to fall back from 1st all the way to 5th.
Yeah, he was down there trying to run that go-kart line. They all lined up and got right by him on the outside. And if you got a couple guys lined up on the outside, you can definitely hang somebody out to dry on the inside. That's for sure. Inside's not necessarily the fastest way around.
We've had so many races where the outside will definitely can be the control lane. And, we have contact right there. What in the world happened? I do believe that was Stout. Made some contact with the wall coming off of turn 2. And man, you hate to see it. That is a yellow. A yellow is out, and that's going to be your first caution of the night.
It looked like he just pushed wide, and when he was putting wheel in it, it just broke loose on him.
Yeah, we just caught the tail end of that.
I mean, from this point of view.
Yeah, that's pretty brutal out there.
Well, on the bright side, at least a few of these guys can get down, get 4 fresh Goodyears, and fix that damage.
Absolutely. And this is the first time all of them been out on track. We have some lag happening, so these guys are really going to have to get a feel for their car and settle out where they need things to be. They may be looser than they expected. They may be tighter. So now is the time to really figure out what you need to do for your car.
Yeah, gives them a chance to make a few adjustments as well.
I'm hearing over the radio that Sky is our leader. He accidentally did not pit, so he will be pulling over, letting the guys with fresher tires go out. Unfortunate for him, because he's got some speed in that car, so you hate to see that happen. but he's being a gentleman.
Yeah, especially because he's might be really low on fuel. He might only have a couple laps of fuel left, and he's going to be forced to go into the pits. That'll put him a lap down.
Absolutely. I mean, that's going to be devastating for his
Cape,
race.
24.
And we have Cape making some contact there. He dives left, trying to get out of the way after getting really loose there. And man, oh man, these guys are washing up. And that's going to bring out our second yellow cautions, breeding cautions right here.
That is the truth. They do breed. They don't stop sometimes.
Hopefully that's the end of it. I mean, we saw Richmond, and that was caution-free, amazing racing. So very much a fuel strategy race. This one is going to be all about speed. You're going to have some strategy as we get into the final stage, but for stage 1 and 2, it's pretty well open as long as these cautions do not continue, I'd say.
Yeah, they definitely need to get snipped.
All right, here we are back going to green.
Oh.
Still in stage 1. Top 5 have stayed out, so yeah, a little bit of strategy going on here. We have Fox. He is going to be our leader, so let's see if I can get out there with him. A little bit of strategy there as he is our current leader. He's got help behind him with the 41 of Smack. These guys already super, super tight, almost going 3 wide at some points. And here we are for, it looks like 4th position, 3 wide, a couple of lanes deep. So man, oh man, that's crazy.
Oh, I love it. Love it.
14 laps remaining in stage 1, and this is some crazy racing. We have Fox, a little bit of a gap between him and second as these guys are really battling it out for these final few stages. But man, it's going to be super tight. You can get up to 15, so some of these guys are going to have to save some fuel if they run super hard. I think the draft is going to help him out, but Fox, if he is out there by himself and he's running super hard, he might have to watch that fuel. We have a car going to the inside wall. Very, very close, and we have another one. What is going on with these guys? Man, oh man.
That's wild.
We're going to see if we can stay green here. We're on board with Sky in that 20. He is directly behind the 62 of Kool-Aid. You can see the traffic that is going on. A long, long single file line on that high side. We have Cobra Jet in that 21 trying to make his way to the high side and get some of that draft. You know, you need the draft, and it is crazy how much it pulls you around. If you don't have it, you're probably going to lose it, and it is no fun to be out there by yourself.
Yeah, draft is absolutely critical. If there's a group of cars that are racing and you're by yourself, you can chase them down if they're running each other hard. But if they're working and driving together, even if it's just 2 cars, you're on an island by yourself.
We're on board with More Than a Cape, and I'll tell you what, he really put that front bumper to Natterdays in that 37 and making him move up the track a little bit. Man, oh man, that was some contact. There he goes into Dohar. These guys are really, really stuck together. 41, and we have Cape. He makes some contact. That's going to be another incident for Cape there. Unfortunate for him.
Highly unfortunate. They're running each other hard, that's for sure.
They sure are. It's definitely the finale race. You can just see it by the racing. We have cars going off the road. Man, these guys are getting crazy. It's just stage 1.
Look at this top. Look at your top 3 in points. They're 1, 2, 3. That's what I'm talking about.
10 laps to go in stage 1, and the top 3 in points are the top positions right here. Let's take a look up here. TomTom, who we saw lag earlier, dropped all the way back. He is your current leader. How crazy is that? We have J-Mac on the inside. He is diving down, and he is taking over the lead by just a nose. These guys have help, 1 car behind each of them, and they are off and running, trying to separate themselves from that second pack. And man, oh man, that is a sight to see.
Yes, it is. If that second pack can use a little co-opetition, they can catch these guys running side by side. they're doing a heck of a job running side by side and not losing too much time.
You still have this two-wide battle for the lead. J-Mac, he's really working that low side, and then you have Tom Tom in that one. He is answering it right back. He's got Rangers behind him, and these two are known to team up together, and they make great teammates, I'll tell you that. So they are working that outside very, very well. You can get a nice run off that, off the turns on that high side, so we'll see if they can hang on to it.
Yeah, they're definitely running the line that I prefer, that's for sure. And Tom and Kerr Rangers are doing an amazing job at doing it. I absolutely love to see it. I love it.
You see J-Mac kind of squeezing, trying to get that side draft. He's got Foxhound Boss right behind him, helping him out. So, man, oh man, what great racing. Let's take a look at behind him. They're putting a little bit of a gap. I want to take a visit on who is right behind him in the field, and that looks like the 14 of Afraid Snake. He's kind of caught in between the two islands of cars. He's got Justin coming up behind him, but man, oh man, he's trying to catch these guys. They really need to line up single file in order to do it, though.
But yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. If you're running by yourself and you got a little bit of gap in between you and another pack, you're able to make up that difference if the leaders are running side by side. He is closing that gap, so it'll be a 5-car race here, just a few short laps.
Absolutely. Tom Tom and Rangers really making that high side work for him. But I'll tell you what, J-Mac and Fox, they are really giving him a run for their money. Fox just putting all he can into pushing J-Mac and trying to get those positions. Stage points, guys. We're coming down on the final few laps. They should be okay for fuel, but it's something they're going to have to keep an eye on. But I'll tell you what, all these guys that are up there, you know, they really need the stage points to really lock that in. So the more stage points, the better. They're really going to battle out for these final few laps and try to get those stage.
Oh, yeah, they're gonna battle tooth and nail, and it's gonna be a sight to see. This is what it's about right here. When it comes down to just a mere point or two, it's about the battle for the stages and to claim the most points. And it's a great. It makes for great racing.
It sure does. 5 laps to
Exciting.
go in this stage. We're coming down, and I'll tell you what, we have a new person up here in the top 5 that is in the first pack, and that is Afraid Snake. This is going to be dependent on a lot of him, because I'll tell you what, whichever lane that he's going to go with, that's going to give those guys the momentum that they need. But you know what? He's out there saying, I don't care. I'm making a 3rd row right here. Fox falls back. I'm not sure what happened with that, if there was some contact, but Afraid Snake, he's not afraid of anything. This guy wants a stage win.
Yeah, he definitely wants to get that stage win, and he's kind of trying to play spoiler. Oh, Tom!
What happened? Tom Tom.
He got loose off 2.
Tom Tom getting loose off of 2. He was Element's pick to win. Man, oh man, you hate to see that. With only a few laps left to go, Tom Tom gets loose, and that's going to be another caution, guys.
You hate to see it, but that was big for J-Mac, because he did have a little bit of a deficit to make up. That was big.
Absolutely. That is the end of stage 1 that I'm hearing. So that's going to be pretty crazy for these points. I'm not even sure who took the stage from that. All I know is that Tom Tom did not make it.
Hate to see it. Hate to see it. That was some fantastic racing.
That was some crazy racing. You see Stout Whiskey, he is going to lead us off the line for stage 2. If it's anything like stage 1, guys, I'm a little nervous. These guys are getting crazy. I am hearing that Kerr, based off the the last stage, Kerr is going to be 1 point ahead of J-Mac. So it's super close. Wow. There's a couple of more stages to go. Well, 2 more stages to go, so it's going to get pretty crazy out here. We have
huge.
Stout up on the high side. We have J-Mac out there. We have the 8 car of Turner up there. These guys are 3 wide as Stout falls back. I'm not sure what's going on with him.
Wow. Maybe didn't hit.
It is quite possible. We've seen it once already. It can happen again. We have Rangers in the 11. You can see he is in quite a bit of traffic, so he's got some work to do. He's working on there on the inside of the 41, going 3 wide with Dohar in the 41 of Smack. They even it out and they go down to 2 wide. He's side by side with Dohar. Man, oh man, look how crowded this is. And you can just see the bumps that these guys go over. It gets so intense. And when you have that draft pulling you, you better hold on to it.
It's awesome. It's like a mosh pit. Like, you know, my favorite place to be.
It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Let's make our
awesome.
way up here. We have Afraid Snake. He is your current leader. We have J-Mac in second. Let me take a look. I do believe that is Cobra Jet in the 21, who is sitting in third. And man, I hear some metal contact. I don't see anything going on, but that was a little scary for a second.
Kerr and Skyland touched just a little bit coming out of 2. Wasn't nothing.
We have a guy against the wall. I'm trying to find out who that was. But man, oh man, look at this. 3 wide. We have Goodweiser. We have Justin. We have Sky. These guys were 3 wide, and now it switched over to a different 3 wide battle. But man, these guys are absolutely intense out here. I can't even imagine. It's crazy up here in the booth watching it. Imagine how they feel on track.
Yeah, I'd be pulling my hair out right about now.
Contact between Fox and Cobra. That is going to have a huge stack up.
Oh,
I thought for a second they saved it, Element. They did not. That is going to bring out the third caution of the night.
Wow. Sorry, no, I'm like, I got a good buddy watching tonight, and he's laughing at me.
I mean, it's good to laugh at each other. Absolutely, you're too funny.
Well, I gotta make a shout out to my buddy Tim, who is watching tonight. So he owes me $50 now.
Oh, nice. Making bank.
Got to.
All right, guys in chat, let me know who you think is going to be the winner. You can say the winner of this race. We'll do the winner of this race. And then later I'll ask you who is going to be the champion of the Invitational. It's going to be crazy out there. We have J-Mac on the outside in that 12. We have Afraid Snake is your leader currently. These guys are coming off of the caution. We're going to see what happens, but we have Rangers in the mix. We have Tom Tom in the mix. We have Fox in the mix. These guys are super, super close right now.
Oh, Ranger slid up into J-Mac just a little bit.
I mean, once these tires start going, I mean, they actually, a lot of these guys, I wonder if they went into pit, but we'll see what happens here. But you can get very, very tight.
Well, I can tell you this much. You want to pit almost every time you can, because this Auto Club is known for just eating the tires, and even if you take 1% off, not 1% off the tires, it is, yeah.
Rangers down in the sucker hole once before, but looks like he's got some help at the moment. He was 3 wide, falling back a little bit, as before he was right behind the leader. It's going to be pretty close, but this high side is definitely rolling tonight. I got to give a shout out to John Frey. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. And Captain Damon, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. We have Duke saying, Fox going to take this down. You know, he had a fast car at Richmond. He just didn't have the fuel strategy to go with it from what he was saying earlier. But he's got the speed.
Yeah, he's definitely showing some speed tonight. See if he can put himself in position to play spoiler and take the W.
Absolutely. Just as we have a new leader, TomTom, we have J-Mac diving underneath, and these guys are going too wide for the lead. J-Mac has some nice momentum going into that turn. He's going to be your leader. We have Afraid Snake, who was the leader. He is currently sitting in third. Rangers and Fox going side by side as Rangers dives down underneath. This guy is on the move.
I wouldn't look now, but you got Justin sneaking up in there with Dohar. Ooh.
Afraid Snake, he got some contact from the car below. Man, these guys are all over each other. I don't even know how they're saving it. You guys saw it right there, but great save by these guys.
Ooh. That'd make you pucker up a little bit.
Another contact. Afraid Snake gets hit once again. I'm not even sure who that is up there, but we're on board with the 41 of Smack, and you can see, he probably saw his life flash before his eyes right there. That was pretty scary, but he held on to it. He's got Stout directly in front of him. I do believe that is a 43 in front of him. It's going to be super close. That should be Goodweiser in the 43.
Oh.
19.
Dohar making a quick move down inside there.
Let's see if we can take a look, but we have 19 to go for stage 2. It's going to be crazy with how this ends with fuel. Remember, guys, they get 15, around 15 to 14 for, laps and fuel. So we'll see what they can do, but we're out here with TomTom. He has fallen back a little bit. Let's see if we can move up through the field and visit our leader.
It is Rangers.
Rangers putting in a lot of work, and this guy is first in point standings. If he can take stage 2, it is going to be super hard for anyone to beat this guy.
Look at that run that Highline gets.
I know you love that Highline.
It's a sight to behold.
You doing okay over there, Elman?
I'm doing all right. Now you got Dohar, Justin, Turner, and now Tom's catching up. You got a whale of a battle for this stage.
A lot of big names up there, and look at this front pack. I mean, we have 7 cars just right there, 2 really tight lines. We have 3 on the bottom, make that 4. We have 3 on top, and these guys are just switching back and forth, trying to make some moves, trying to make it work, and they're really holding it down.
Yeah, they're doing a fantastic job up front. This is some great racing.
That's why you gotta love Auto Club. You got Justin sitting in third. He's in that 9. We are on board currently with him. We have Fox in second. Ranger still the leader. A lot going on for 4th place. These guys are 3 wide for that. I see a car hitting the inside wall way back in the field. I don't know that that's enough to bring out a caution, but man, unfortunate to see that.
There's that old loose off too. I think I saw 95 get loose and smacked the fort. No pun intended. There, smack down the inside wall.
Yeah, Smack was he was actually pretty fast. He had a nice car out here doing a great job tonight. TomTom really squeezing the 37 of Natterdays, and we talked about Natterdays earlier. He was back in the field. Man, oh man, what was that? We had Cape come up the field onto the track and made some contact, and right back off the track he went. Smack on the pit road.
I think that was Turner.
Was it Turner? Okay.
Yeah, I think it was the 8 car.
Let's take a look at Stout. He is in the mix with J-Mac, with TomTom, with Justin. These 4 are taking a look at the top 3, which are going to be Fox in the lead. We have Rangers in second and Dohar in third. These guys are going to be quite the mix coming up here.
New leader. Got Rangers overtaking Fox.
Let's see if we can find him. Here's Rangers in the 11 with Fox directly behind him. Right now, if you can, all you want to do is push the guy in front of you. to try to get away from the guys behind, but we do have a taker for pit road. These guys are really on the move. Fox trying to take over position. He goes to the high side. Not a lot of help, but TomTom decides to move out. It looks like these guys are going to the high side more for that, but Ranger staying on the inside.
Ooh.
Fox, I think
Fox
he
gonna
is...
lose cup position.
Well, I think he is saying that he might be pitting. We're going to find out if he got loose off of turn 2 or if that's a sign that he's going to pit.
I believe he got a little loose.
I think he got loose too.
The international sign's a little bit bigger than that.
You never know off of turn 2. You're either super loose or you're just trying to tell everybody that you're going in.
Ain't that the truth? I can tell you, a lot of the times I'm turning right to go left coming off too.
It is true. Once the tires start going, it can be very, very scary out there. As we go 3 wide, Dohar in the middle can barely hang on to it. He is going to fall back a little bit. Man, Fox had a nice save on that one because he had some contact with that, and he goes straight to the lead. We have Rangers in second. A lot of movement with these guys, Element.
A lot of movement. I like that move that Dohar did, though. That shows the brass and the cojones that he isn't afraid to make a move. I like that.
We have 11 laps to go in stage 2, and Rangers looks like he got a little loose.
Ooh.
He's going to fall back from that, and Fox just moves on.
I believe Smack's a lap down, correct?
That's what I was about to ask. I do believe I saw Smack go into pit road earlier, so that should have put him a lap down. I'll have to verify that. But I do believe Smack is a lap down. We have Fox currently should be your leader if he is a lap down. TomTom Flitty still hanging out in second, and this guy does have a fast car. We just need him to keep that off of stage 2. Some contact with Dohar. Dohar, man, he is not holding back tonight. He is going for every position he can take.
I like to see that out of Dohar. He's usually trying to play the master strategist, which he is the master of being tactical.
Our leader
going
going on to pit road. We have a couple of guys going on to pit road. I saw 3 of them. Let's see if we can get a look at who that was. That is Fox. Let's see if we can take a look who that is behind him. I do believe possibly the 88 and maybe Rangers. It's hard to tell with these guys. That looks like Natterdays in the 37.
Yeah, Ranger's still on the track. Him and Dohar going at it.
We have the 95 of Jose. He is on to pit road. J-Mac stays out. Justin, Rangers, Dohar, they all stay out. As soon as I say that, here they come, just flying down to pit road.
All of them.
That is a crowded pit road right there.
It's a crowd I wouldn't want to be in.
Justin stays out. He is saying, you know, you can take it. I will go around again and let you guys duke it out on the pit road. Here he is, and we have Justin. He is the leader at the moment, and he is El Solo. I do believe he should be coming down pit road this time around. We're going to find out in a second. Nobody behind him. He is on his own little island. We'll see. This is another thing where you do want, yeah, he's going in right now. You do want to have draft. So hopefully once he comes out, he can get that draft. But man, oh man, look at these guys coming off the pit road. We have some contact. We have J-Mac, who almost loses it off pit road. That man, that contact with the AI guys, it looks worse for us, but they do get stuck on each other. But J-Mac, he did get hurt by that one coming off a pit road.
Well, I had an instance where this happened to me in an E-Spark race. It's the cars actually ghosted. You're coming out together, and it just looks like that on the stream. It's not actually what is happening on the track.
Yeah, on my screen it looked like he lost several positions as we have 7 to go in stage 2. But these guys are off and running. The front 3 are really really getting together and making their way around, putting the gap between them and fourth. We have Rangers in first, we have TomTom in second, and these guys are 1-2 in the point standings. Let's go ahead and bring up the point standings. You guys can take a look at that. After Rangers did all he did in stage 1 with the points, he is a point ahead of TomTom, Flitty, and JMac. So any position these guys can get, they're gonna need it.
Yeah, and there is an army behind JMac, and he is going to probably push Fox and stay in line. And as long as these guys behind him don't race him, they could possibly track down these top 3 when they start running each other hard.
Absolutely.
As I say that. As I say it.
Let's take a look. I want to bring it back to JMac. He is leading the second group with Fox behind him. He really needs to get up there and make sure he keeps those guys behind him. We're going to see what happens, but Dohar, he is further down the list. Let's take a look. I'm going to look up points again. Dohar, I mean, he's only 4th, so he does have a shot, but man, oh man, he really needs those stages. So we're going to see what he can do, but it's coming down to go.
I bet he's going to give it everything he's got. I bet they're going to start racing really hard here in a minute.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We're back on board with Rangers. He's got TomTom, Flitty directly behind him still. Dohar, these guys look like they are just fine sitting 1, 2, 3 at the moment. It's not going to be that way once we hit the final lap, but there is no reason to race each other right now. Just get away from the pack behind them and do your thing.
No, but if this second pack can stay cooperative with each other, they could make up some massive time real quick. They could be making up a couple tenths a lap.
It's very true. I mean, these guys have 3 cars. That second pack has a lot more cars, but there's only 3 that are really, really pushing each other right now. The other 3 are starting to make a different pack, so if they can catch up and get together. I'm seeing a little bit of lag. These guys, 1, 2, and 3, they got off of each other. Man, oh man. Dohar just lagged hard on my screen. I don't know if it's TomTom or Dohar, but it's crazy as we have 3 to go. Yeah. I'm hearing TomTom lagged. I'm hearing from someone that he is actually gone, but I still see him on track. He's currently sitting 3rd, Dohar in 2nd, Rangers still leading. From what I'm hearing, though, he is lagging hard once again. He looks okay right now, but he was in 2nd, and I think they repositioned it so that he would sit behind on that in case he does lag again. But here we go, the final couple of laps for stage 2, 2 to go. It's going to be a fight for the stage win here. Dohar and TomTom are not just going to let Rangers take it.
Absolutely not. They are not just going to sit idly by.
I don't think that second pack is going to catch him, though, Element. They are too far behind as we are coming to the final lap in stage 2. We're going to hit the final stage and all bets are off. These guys are really going to go for it with the winnings that we have and the bragging rights. They're going to go all for it.
Oh yeah, definitely got to get those bragging rights, that's for sure.
TomTom setting up to get the stage win here. He's going to hold back a little bit, and we're going to see him try to take the outside with Dohar helping. We have Rangers all by himself. What is going to happen? Dohar kind of working both lanes, trying not to give it. But here we go, almost 3 wide for the stage win. Dohar, what in the world kind of run is that? That is crazy. Dohar is going to take that stage win. TomTom in 2nd. And Rangers in 3rd. From what I'm hearing, Element, we might have had a couple of these guys ran out of fuel.
Wow.
We're going to see.
Wow.
Yeah, but it is possible that he ran out of fuel. If not, I can't imagine him giving up stage 2 win. That would be a little crazy.
Yeah, the sense every point right now is so critical, especially with how close they are between first through third. Oof. Wonder where J-Mac ended up in the end of that. I know he was fighting back there.
Yeah, from what I am understanding, Element, we have J-Mac, who is 2 points behind Rangers. So
Oof.
here we go for stage 3. Whoever wins, they're gonna take everything. So it's gonna be pretty crazy. This is where it comes down to.
Oh, absolutely. Gloves are off. Separate band for themselves.
6 has got the popcorn out. We have Weevil with the flags ready to go. It's gonna get crazy, guys. You can see these guys already 3 wide. It is gonna get nutty as we are on the backstretch. We have J-Mac, who's very much in this, only 2 points behind. Whoever wins this is going to win the entire Invitational. We're gonna crown champion. It's gonna be crazy.
Crazy's just putting it lightly.
Now we're gonna find out what happens if someone not in the top 3, as we have someone going off into the grass on the low side. I'm not quite sure who that was, possibly Cobra, but I really did not get a good look at that.
Yeah, I'll confirm that. That was the 21. I caught a little glimpse of that and saw colors.
That's all I saw, and it looked like the 21. All right, we're on board with the Rangers. He is currently sitting in second behind our leader of Dohar. Doing pretty good out here, as after he takes the win for stage 2, adding some nice points for him. We have Rangers with Tom Tom in that one car directly behind him. These guys are going side by side once again for P2. I mean, these guys are going to get crazy all the way down to the final lap. I'm super excited to see it, but man, oh man, I love Auto Club.
Me too.
It's one of my favorite tracks.
That.
I mean, you cannot come here and race it and say, man, it's just not good racing on here. I mean, look at this. You can't get any better than this. I mean, you got 2, 3 wide. You got contact all over the place. People getting loose off of turn 2. It's not the easiest track once you have the tight racing. You have all the bumps to worry about. You have to make sure your car's set up right. You have fuel to worry about. And you have turn 2 exit to worry about.
Yeah, that's just the small list of what to worry about.
Then you got all the other guys on the track to worry about, as they are going 3 nose to tail, make that 4. We have Skyland back in the mix again. Welcome back there, Sky. We have Fox right behind 2 of Stout, who is behind Tom Tom Flitty. The high side involves Dohar in that 88 with Rangers in the 11. These guys are double file. Huge pile up. I'm not sure what happened with him, but man, oh man, if that doesn't bring out a caution, I don't know what would. But right now we are staying green.
That was lag.
Question mark. Yeah, we are still green, guys, and I hate to see it for those guys involved. Not a pretty sight for these guys.
No, I can hear Fox yelling already.
What does the Fox say? I don't know that we want to know right now.
No, I'm pretty sure that was lag from what appeared to happen, because that's just something you just don't see normally.
Absolutely crazy. We have Tom Tom going on that inside for the lead. He's got Dohar on the outside. 11 diving down underneath to help out Tom Tom and gain another position. No help for Dohar until Stout Whiskey came along and nose to tail once again. 1 through 4, super tight.
But I wouldn't look now. There's a 3-car pack behind him that J-Mac is leading with Natterdays and Kool-Aid, both who actually have really good cars. So if those guys get to racing just even the slightest bit, with that probably about I'd say a second gap, they can make it up real quick.
Absolutely. We have J-Mac in that 12. We have Natterdays in that 37 behind him, and we have Kool-Aid These guys, I guarantee, if they put their minds to it, they will be able to do some work on these guys up here and hopefully catch them. But they're going to have to really work together to make that happen. They are a car less, which is going to hurt them. But if anyone can do it, these guys can.
Yes, they can. And that's that co-opetition part that DW dubbed.
Yeah, we saw.
I love that term, co-opetition.
I knew exactly what you meant too. It's a great word for this.
I love it. It is.
Fox says, story of my life. His tough luck continues here tonight at Auto Club as it has in practice. And this guy brings a fast car to each track. It's just luck has not been on his side lately. I don't know what to tell you, Fox. That's pretty awful. I don't know if you pulled it into pit road to call it a day, but hopefully we'll see you back out there. These guys still running nose to tail. We're going to see if they can diminish that gap that is in between 4th and 5th. But J-Mac, he's getting a little bit of a lead on Natter Days. And Natter Days, we really need to draft these guys together. And he's got some contact with the wall. 62 of Kool-Aid pulls out in front of him. They're still on their way.
Yeah, I caught that just as soon as I changed views. And so I was watching the gap starting to widen between J-Mac and the front four, which is highly unfortunate for him, especially with how many points he's made up this race.
We're going to go on board with Dohar. He is currently sitting P3 with Rangers in 2nd and Tom Tom in 1st. He's got Stout Whiskey directly behind him in 4th, and we've talked a lot about Stout. I mean, he's making his name known out here. Making his presence known. He brings that fast car every single time. We're on the final stage though. We have a lot more laps. We have more pitting to go. We have 29 to go, so there's still a ton of racing left here tonight.
There's a lot of racing left. You definitely don't want to miss the last lap, that's for sure. It's going to be gnarly. Gnarly.
Knowing what you know now and seeing these guys racing, are you sticking with Tom Tom as your winner tonight?
Why would I change? Listen, you can't you can't change a bet on a horse mid-race.
That's true.
Once you made that bet, you lie in it.
That's true. Your pick is out here leading the race. Mine is currently sitting in 2nd with J-Mac. He was my other one because I have such a hard time just picking one. J-Mac, you see him right there leading the 2nd pack. Something has to happen with this front pack in order for them to catch them. We have Dohar riding a little high. I'm not sure if it's a lag issue or what might be going on. He's holding back a little bit, so something is telling me that he's trying to play it safe for some reason. Smart move on his end if there's something going on, or he's trying to save a little bit. Either way, we're going to see how it plays out.
He's definitely saving.
Knowing Dohar, he's saving.
He's saving.
Saving is his middle name, and he's great at it. If there's fuel strategy involved, this guy, he will be one of the last guys to pit if it's a fuel race. I mean, he's got it down. He knows what he's doing. So I would not be surprised at all. But Tom Tom, he's out there leading, and that is going to cause him to burn more fuel than the guys behind him. So he's going to have to watch that.
You know, that's not bad. Tyler saving Dohar. Has a certain ring to it.
Tyler saving Dohar. We are going to have some pit stops coming up here, so we're going to see who is going to take to pit road, who is going to stay out. But these packs, they're really going to have to work together in order to make it happen. You know, at this point, I'm communicating with anyone I can around me. When are you going in? What can we do to work together? You want the draft here. We talked about this race replacing Talladega. Both tracks, you need the draft, and it is very much, you have to work together.
Wow, they are really spread out.
Yeah. You can tell who's saving and what is going on here.
You got the top 4 that are just gung ho, and they're probably still saving, except for maybe Tom and Rangers because of the draft. And then you got the second pack with J-Mac leading that. I'm not sure what they're up to, but it looks like they're going into pit.
We're gonna find out in a second, but J-Mac, a little bit of a gap between him and the guy behind him. This is really where strategy comes out to play, and here we go. Dohar, the only one to hang out and stay, and someone just lost connection right in front of me. I'm not sure who that was, but man, pretty brutal right there.
Very brutal.
Our leader's coming in. We'll see if we can find out who we lost. I see Kool-Aid out there. I see Delta. Who is in the green car? Oh, a lot of AI issues onto pit road. We see Justin stay out also. Let's see if we can find Dohar. Gotta make our round through the...
Pitted.
All right, yeah, I do see him on pit road. There he is. So let's take a look. We have J-Mac coming out. We have Rangers already out directly behind TomTom. TomTom getting some damage from pit road. He may not even see it, but on our screen, he's got some hood damage there. TomTom and Rangers are going to be able to work together. Not a lot of guys around him, so these guys really have to work together at the moment.
Wow.
Let's take a look at J-Mac. You can see him way off. He doesn't have a lot of guys around him. Not a good feeling to have when you're completely by yourself at such a draft-heavy track. He really needs somebody to help him out here in order to get this win tonight. Right now, to me, it looks like it's going to be Rangers or TomTom. Anything can change, Element. You know this. Anything can change, but at the moment... TomTom or Rangers looks like it might be the one.
Anything can change, but what I just witnessed was Justin being able to stretch it an extra 2 to 3 laps longer, which is a crucial, especially on when they're all green. That could be a big difference maker.
Yeah, I saw as I was going through, Justin, he's just now hitting pit road, so he's going to have a major fuel strategy going for him. We'll see if it pays off in the end. Definitely something that we're going to have to keep our eye on. TomTom still out here leading the race. Rangers just, he's hanging on for the ride right now. He's just going to hang on until we get to the final few laps, and you know that these two are going to fight for it. I mean, it's just going to be crazy. We're going to see bumping. We're going to see banging all the way to the line. If one of these two wins, they are the champions, so they are not going to just give it away.
No, they're not going to race till probably the last lap, turn 3 at this point, if it stays green. They're going to play good soldiers and try to put as much time on everybody as they can, which I've fallen victim to.
Yeah, you can
know that.
You can see Stout Whiskey, I do believe that puts him in 4th. We have Dohar in 3rd. They have their eyes on 1st and 2nd. Dohar has a little bit of space before Stout here, but these guys need to work together and try to catch those front two. It's going to be tight. They have their work cut out for them, but we'll see if they can make it happen. We have a couple of guys out here working in 2 car packs. We have the 95 of Jose and Goodyear, who, not Goodyear, but Goodweiser, who has seen better days for that car. That hood is just ripperonis for that one.
Poor Rip. Poor Ripperoni.
Speaking of ripperonis out here, we have Foxhound Boss in that 48. We saw him leading quite a bit of laps out here tonight, but had some contact, and that pretty much took him out of a chance at winning unless something crazy happens. But he is out there by himself, and like I said earlier, not a thing you want to race with by yourself out there. You got to have someone to help you.
Yeah, you definitely do. And from what I've noticed cycling through is everybody's pretty much gapped between a car or two, and the only two cars that are really together on the track are your leader in second place, Tom and Rangers.
Absolutely. We're going through the field here, trying to put these guys in the limelight. We have Natterdays, who has had a really good showing for these races. A very fast car, just sometimes not the finish that he's wanted, considering he's raced in the top 3 but not always finished in the top 3. But great racing out here for him. Delta Rocket, Kool-Aid, these guys unable to finish the race. We have Cobra Jet in that 21. He has Doc Holliday in that 4 directly in front of him. These guys are working together, trying to make up any ground that they can. Anything helps, absolutely. We have climbing 40. We have climbing in that 47. He is behind those two. If only he could catch their draft. But he's got some damage to his car also.
And the benefit from what I'm witnessing on track is, if somehow Stout was able to close the gap in between him and Dohar, those two work together, or Stout and J-Mac somehow get that gap closed, those three could actually work really well together and potentially close that gap on them two leaders.
Absolutely. We do have 16 laps to go, so it's coming down to the wire here. You see a bit of a gap between second and third. In between, you see more than a cape, and he is a lap down, so he is not one that is going to contend for this. So that is quite a gap between them and third. Let's take a look at third, see if we can get a clue on what is going on back here with third. It should be J-Mac, I would imagine. You see him out there. Man, I'm not even seeing TomTom in them on his screen, so he's got a little bit to go before he can catch up to these guys.
No, I believe Dohar's sitting there in third, and I believe Stout's fourth, and J-Mac is fifth.
Yeah, you said it right there. I just got confirmation over the radio. So Dohar is in third. Let's see if we can tune in to Dohar. Yeah, there he is. All by himself once again. I do believe, did you say that was Stout behind him? They were closer together earlier, but Dohar has since left him. Trying to capture his way up to second, but he's going to need some help for that.
They're so spread out.
They really are. These two are really walking away with this race. TomTom currently sitting P1, and we have Rangers P2. They have really left the guys behind them. Once those pit stops came, the pack really disintegrated, and these two have really taken off.
Yeah, they're pretty much gone with the wind. Floating. Because we float down here.
You see Justin, who stayed out several laps longer than the rest of them. We're going to see if it pays off, but he is by himself. He is a lap and a half behind, so he's got his work cut out for him. I'm not sure if it's going to work out for him tonight, but you know what? Sometimes you got to try some risky moves to make something happen. Sometimes it sticks, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, if Justin can stretch this fuel run and make it, I think everybody should bow down, because that would be a miracle.
That would be absolutely crazy. We have 41 of Smack coming off of pit road. He's gonna come in right behind Jose in the 43. Hopefully he can latch onto them and they can work together. It's gonna be, yeah, we'll see if he can latch onto them, but he may lose the draft as they have quite a bit more speed than he does.
Your top 2 pit, and Stout went down with him. Nohar's still out on the track.
Yeah, pit stops have started. Stout is on pit road. We're gonna see about the rest of these guys. We have Goodweiser on pit road. Fox on pit road. 10 laps to go, guys. I mean, it is really coming down to it. We have Natterdays passing up J-Mac. I don't know if that is for position. We'll see if we can find out. But J-Mac is going on to pit road, so I would imagine that would be for position. This is where it's going to get even more interesting. Who is going to come out together? Who's going to get separated once this happens? Are we going to have Rangers and TomTom coming out together? Here they come. A little bit of spacing between them, but he's got Dohar behind them. Let's see how this unfolds.
Yeah, that was a risky move to stay out as long as he did, especially when they came down. Oh! And Dohar!
Oh!
And Goodweiser.
What happened, Element?
Oh, I got on the binders too hard.
Wow.
Probably too much rear brake dialed in and just got on them binders hard, trying to get in there as fast as they can. And when you're on hard with a lot of rear braking, you're going around.
It doesn't always work out, but look at these top 2, you guys. TomTom and Rangers. Rangers has a little bit of distance to catch up to TomTom. We are under 10 to go. What is going to happen with these guys? It's going to be very interesting to see. Will Rangers catch up to him, or is TomTom going to take it home?
It's hard telling right now. Rangers definitely got a car that can make up that distance, but Tom's got a great car himself, and without any draft, it's hard pressing. It's just who made the right changes at what time.
Absolutely. They went in together, but I'll tell you what, they did not come out together, and I called it right there. We're going to see who comes out together, who doesn't. TomTom clearly had a better pit stop, or had some strategy that helped him out with that. We're going to find out, but man, it's coming down to it, and I'm so excited for these guys. The winner will be getting a $50 Xbox gift card, and they will also be receiving from morethanAcape.org a Yeti. Let's bring it up more. Let's bring it up again. Here are the winnings. We are sponsored by morethanAcape.org. If you can, please go visit them and see if you can donate. Anything helps. So, great organization there, foundation. But only a few laps to go, so this is going to get crazy, Element.
Yeah, definitely waiting to see if Ranger can close this gap, which is going to be really tough to do because it looks like about a second gap. And it's just going to be about who wears that right rear a little bit quicker right now.
And we know that TomTom does have a little bit of a history with getting loose once those tires wear down. He gets loose off of turn 2. Will that happen again, or has he made adjustments that he needs in order to hang on to this lead? These guys, they practice together, they race together, they know what each other most of the time are going to do. So Rangers, he's going to have to put all he can into catching TomTom. It's just, I think it's going to be a very, very close battle once it comes down to it.
Oh, it can definitely shape up to be a superbly close battle. A photo finish. It could definitely happen.
We will see.
But the thing is, here's my thing is, when it's showtime, TomTom shows up. Oh, I found that out.
It's so true, and we have 5 laps to go. Man, I really wish that I could see the distance between each other for spectator mode to see if if Rangers is catching him or if he is losing him. I want to see all this information. Please give it to us on NASCAR Heat 5. I'm begging. But we're gonna find out. Only under 5 to go here, so it's gonna be very, very tight. But Element, I think you might have picked a winner, man, and I'm gonna knock on some wood hardcore because I do not want to jinx them.
Let me tell you, that'd be the first time I ever won gambling.
Yeah, I thought Rangers or J-Mac. It's so tight. We have a couple of people out here in chat saying some nice things. Thank you, Hush. I appreciate that. Yes, Rock is the man. He is helping out for these final 2 races. Love him to death. He's amazing. So big props to him. And also Justin, who is also helping out and racing and hosting. So everyone just putting in all the effort for these races to make it something great.
Absolutely. Rock has been amazing to the NASCAR Heat community.
Absolutely. He's the godfather of NASCAR Heat.
Yes, he is. Oh my God. He's such a great guy.
He really is. He really is. Element, are they really, are they gaining for Rangers, or is this gap staying about the same? It's so hard to tell, but we're really coming down to the wire here, and I don't see much of a difference. 2 to go at the line.
I think he gains a little bit on entry, but he loses it on exit. I think Tom is doing what he needs to do to hit his marks, and he's being smooth, consistent, and not pressuring himself into a mistake. And Rangers is pushing, I believe, a little bit harder than Tom is on entry.
I'm curious if Tom sees that damage. I don't think he does. I think his car is pretty good on his screen, but on ours, man, the hood damage on that thing. He's doing great out there, though. We're going to see if he can hold off Rangers and take home the win here, but we are white flag, guys. This is the final lap. If Rangers can't do it here, this is it. Tom's going to bring it home. Tom, I'm hearing that was the final thing. Tom wins. He wins the championship. Absolutely crazy. I thought we had one more lap.
I'm clapping. That's the first time I've ever been right.
That is crazy. Oh my gosh. Great job to Tom. He wins the $50 gift card. He wins the Yeti. He's the winner of the Invitational. He's got those bragging rights also. Here is what he wins. Congratulations, Tom. We'll have to get these guys into the booth once the race is over with. Hopefully we can find out who finished 3rd. We were so concentrating on the top 2 here.
Oh, yeah, I was definitely watching Rangers in that gap and seeing if it closed, so I have no idea what happened behind them.
Yeah, I'm hearing that J-Mac, he just passed Stout for 3rd, and so Stout takes home 4th.
Wow. First 3 in points.
Yeah. Oof. We have a couple of guys asking who won. That is Tom Flitty and that one car. He won the race and also the championship. So he comes home with some nice winnings tonight for these 4 races. Man, what a great race. And he took the fastest time here. You see that? A 5:22.
5:22. Woo.
He's flying. He was absolutely flying.
The Postal Service might want to hire him to deliver the mail.
He was hauling it, wasn't he?
Oh, yes, he was.
All right, we're going to get these guys in. I'm losing my voice out here. Woohoo, Tom, look at you winning out here. Congratulations. You are the Invitational winner. How you feeling right now?
Oh man, that was not easy to, run lap for lap against Rangers. He's probably one of the best here at this track that I know of, and we were just matching lap times. I was just running as hard as I possibly could, and I got down to that white line as good as I could every single time and just tried to not mess up like how I did at the end of the first stage. And definitely screwed over a lot of people there, including myself. Somehow we ended up, holding on to a fifth place finish in stage one. But yeah, definitely that was completely my fault. The car just got out from under me, and I lost talent and couldn't control it, and basically just wrecked everybody coming out of two there. So, like I said, my bad there. But yeah, it was tough at the beginning. There was a little bit of lag coming from my end, which has kind of been happening here recently. I'm not sure if it's just because the overflow of people being home from the craziness with the COVID-19 and all that, but it was frustrating, and then to end it like that with a battle with Rangers, one of my good friends at the end. That was awesome. And then J-Mac, during the race, J-Mac and I, hell, we were side by side. I don't even know how many laps, man.
It was a
just
lot.
Going at it. So
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
Really great to see you guys racing the way you did out there. And like you said, you overcame quite a few obstacles out there. So just a really great job to you out there. Much deserved. You have bragging rights. You win a $50 Xbox gift card and a Yeti from morethanAcape.org. So just congratulations to you, and great racing out there.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you, Frozen and Element and More Than a Cape and morethanAcape.org, for putting this whole show together and giving us something to do, like I said, during this crazy time. So definitely look forward to doing it again if we get another one going.
Absolutely. All right, Element. We have Tom Tom, our winner, had an amazing race out there, overcame a lot of things, and he had quite a few battles with Ranger. So go ahead and let's talk to Rangers about it.
Mr. Rangers. Mr. Rangers. Hard fought battle, man. Hard fought battle. What was going through your mind there at the end? Were you able to make up that time, that difference between you and Tom, or was he just doing what he had to do? Just overall, how crazy was that race for you?
Oh, I mean, overall the race was pretty chaotic. There were a couple big wrecks that surprisingly there were no cautions, but overall the race was fun. It was close. It was. We were side by side there for a while, excuse me, in stage 1 and stage 2. I guess even stage 3 too. So, but overall it was fun. That last about 30 laps, me and Tom were kind of working together. I was just, we had it to a point we had J-Mac gapped pretty good. So we didn't really have to worry about that in the sense, as long as it stayed green. We were kind of just going to work together until the last 10 laps or so and come out, and he had a good pit stop. He got out about 1.1 seconds to me, and it pretty much stayed 1.1 seconds for the last 10 laps, and I gave it to him. He ran perfect 10 laps. I mean, nothing else I can say about that.
It wasn't easy, man. I knew as soon as you got the draft, it was over. It was over.
Yeah, that was great. The racing you guys put up front was amazing tonight. Oh, it was great up front. That between the top 5, 6, 7 guys, you guys ran a hell of a race. That's for sure.
It was definitely fun, no doubt about it.
Absolutely.
You made it fun to watch.
I was trying to. It's pretty much a plate race out there, so. I mean.
It is. We talked about that throughout the night. As you guys know, if you've been listening, Auto Club replaced Talladega. I mean, it's just a fast track, and it provides such great racing, one of my favorite tracks, and these guys really did an amazing job. Finished out on top, and had some great prizes out here, and just seeing some new faces and getting to race with people that you may never have before is really awesome to see. So it's cool to have that out here. But that takes us to J-Mac, bringing home the top 3 for tonight, edging out Stout Whiskey. how was your race tonight? We had you battling up there for the lead several times, going side by side. How was it out there?
I mean, it was fun for most of the race. I mean, being on the inside line for 2x2 for doing the top 4 for about 10 laps there at the end of stage 1 was a blast, and it kind of worked out that I was able to get the stage win. So, and I didn't lose very many points. I was able to kind of pull it out of the hat. Kind of had a bad pit stop, got gapped there by the top 3 coming off of pit road. So just, those 3 drafting with each other just instantly put car links upon car links on me. So just able to hold on what I could there in the second stage. So I felt I was in a good position, but just at third stage just couldn't have asked for a worse start. Kind of got stuck up on the outside line. Nope, wasn't really moving, and then I got hit in the left rear quarter panel by somebody, got knocked up the track, and then got back in line and started working my way back forward, and that's when the big wreck happened that didn't have a yellow, and I got through it, but at that point, there was a massive gap. You had 2 of the fastest cars out there. You had one of the more conservative drivers out there, and then you had Stout, who was just trying to get a good finish and not get killed by somebody. So just real. I mean, we were trying. I had the 37 and the 62 pushing me, but we just weren't a match for him. So it just wrong place, wrong time, took it out of it. But I mean, I showed the car I had at first stage. It just wasn't meant to be, but it is what it is. Disappointing, especially when you're kind of taken out by the game. The game just decides to ignore a 10-car pileup into turn 1. But what can you do? Not really anything you do. One thing I have learned: there is very little in my control when it comes to this game. So just gotta go out there and try to race hard and have some fun. And we had some fun. I was able to go a little bit further than Stout there and had the tire advantage at the end, but I took a little too little fuel, so I had to save. So I just kind of rode behind him. He was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I'm just using you right now." And then was able to get around him there on the final lap. But just it was fun. I'll enjoy it in a little bit, but just kind of bummed with how that third stage.
Yeah.
About that third. Yeah. That third stage did not work out, and I think I had something for those boys up front, but we'll never know, I guess.
It would have been crazy to see all you guys up front. I think it probably would have gone 3 wide, I guarantee. But nonetheless, it was a great race. I appreciate everyone coming out here to race. A lot of talented drivers out here. So much fun. Element, thank you for being in the booth. Quite an experience for you. I know this was your first time. An experience for the booth, and I asked you earlier, I was like, so would you do this again? And his answer was and he starts laughing, I don't know.
That's the god honest truth. But the bigger question is here: is Tom Flitty gonna stay Tom Flitty or become Tom Fitty? That's the bigger question.
For the $50 gift card.
$50.
Oh my gosh, you're crazy. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. That is it. This was the finale tonight. A lot of great racing. And Rock, if you're out there, thank you so much for your help. You're awesome. Justin, for everything you do. It was amazing, and hopefully we will have one of these again. But tomorrow night I should be back. Wait, it's Tuesday, so tomorrow night I will not be here. I will be at 704 NASCAR Heat being a moderator for the Pro League. They are racing tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I'll be back Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll be back on NASCAR Heat. Thank you for tuning in. You guys are awesome. I will catch y'all later. No, it's still on. Oh god.